What's up, everybody, and welcome to another video with the Crown Priestess. I'm just gonna freestyle because I feel like that's just how I get the most authentic messages across, you know, when I'm just one with spirit and it's just coming to me as it goes, and that's just how I'm gonna do it. I'm picking up, you know, it's gonna be one of those, y'all. So, you know, get your little drink or something, do what you gotta do. This is not alcohol, actually. This is me. You know what's funny? I don't really drink a lot of sugary drinks anymore. Like, I drink a lot of sugar-free shit and, like, water and coconut water and just natural stuff. But Turkey Hill, which I wish would just come sponsor my life, they have a sweet tea that is so bomb to me. Like, and I hated sweet tea when I was growing up. Like, you know, I have, obviously, like, I'm half black, you know, and my family is blended as well. And so my dad's grandmother, she used to make sweet tea, like, all the time, like, faithfully. And I hated it. Like, it was so weird tasting to me when I was a little girl. But now, as an adult, I live for country style sweet tea. And Turkey Hill got the recipe right. Fire! I'm not supposed to be drinking that for real, but it's so good. I bought a little bottle. I didn't buy the big one because then I would have really been doing that. But whatever, right? Living in my truth. Now I live for sweet tea. I love it. I love it. It doesn't come before coffee, but it's my little guilty pleasure. But all right, I was getting into this energy, y'all, of jealousy. Real bad, right? And I want y'all to really pay attention to what I'm about to say, because I think that a lot of people are actually victims of jealousy in ways that they don't realize. And some people are, right, are what do you say? We are the actual people who are living in jealousy and envy, right? And sometimes not on purpose. Sometimes it's just, you know, shadow work that needs to be done. Others, they just live and thrive in this energy on a regular basis, right? But it was interestingly enough that I was, you know, just getting all of this, all these downloads about jealousy today. And there's a proverb. Now, please, Christians, do not come and cut my head off, okay? I have read the Bible, but I have not read the Bible in quite some time. But I believe it's a proverb. It is a proverb. That I know for sure it's a proverb, because confession, Proverbs is my favorite book in the Bible, because it's just strictly morals, lessons. It's very short, it's brief. It's like God's just handing it to you in that one, right? And the proverb, it's a little longer than this, but I know that there's a part of it that says, envy makes the bones rot. Like, jealousy makes the bones rot. And that's how I feel about it, you know, like, and that was exactly the download that I was getting, because it comes in so many forms, and it comes in so many people, right? This doesn't, people, they hear the word jealousy, a lot of times they automatically run to a romantic situation, you know, a partner or whatever. But no, I mean, we know better than that. It's all over the place. It's in family dynamics. It's with people's, spouses, people's, you know, siblings. Cain killed Abel. More biblical stuff. Somebody's Christian watching me here. Somebody's at the church, because Cain killed Abel, you know, and that story itself speaks to jealousy and envy, and why it's such a devious fucking sin. You know what I mean? Because it conjures up, you know, the possibility to do anything to just get somebody out, you know, like that young girl, you know, I forget her name, forgive me, because she deserves to be remembered, and I'm now gonna go look her up and say her name out loud when I get off of this camera. But that young lady who went on that trip with those girls that she thought were her friends, and they got her up out of here. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, jealousy is real, man. And the download was serious with this. So I know that this is what it's going to be about, you know. And I want y'all to be able to recognize this in the people around you. Because, right, a lot of times jealousy and envy it affects the people closest to us, right? It's hardly ever the stranger from 1,000 miles away, unless you're like a public figure, like a singer or actor or something, and there's always haters for that, right? But I'm talking about the people who are really close to you. They're the ones you have to worry about, because that's where things get dangerous, you know? It gets very dangerous when these people are close to you and you can't recognize that they feel this way about you. You know, sometimes you can and sometimes you can't, because people have done such a good job at masking it and hiding how they truly feel about something, right? And the ones, you know, it's easy to know when somebody's jealous of you when they're like doing the I'm sorry, y'all, somebody is like, I'm reading paragraphs right now. Maybe there's something in here that I can use. Exhibit A. It's easy to tell when somebody's jealous of you when they give you backhanded compliments, right? You know those, I like your shirt, but something, you know? Or my favorite one growing up, you're pretty for a fat girl. What the fuck? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? The backhanded compliment shit, the unwarranted advice and critiques, like, oh man, she's gonna slap me if she sees this, but like, no, I'm never gonna use her as an example, because I don't even want that beef. I don't, you see what I'm saying? Shit I gotta be walking on eggshells about. But you know, like, unwarranted advice, it's like people who they want to come off like they're telling you something good, something that's beneficial to you, except the entire undertone is like super condescending and making you feel small. Like, hardly any of it is encouraging you. You know what I mean? And it's not to say, right, because I don't want to confuse this with like you having, you know, strong relationships in your life that hold you accountable, and tell you where you maybe have dropped the ball, and they're expressing their feelings to you and things like that, right? But there's always, in those conversations, there's always a sandwich, right? I call it the sandwich. I did this when I was a working woman for the white man. You know, where you give a compliment, then you give your criticism, then you give another compliment, right? It's like I'm showing you that this is what you're great at. This is where you need to work on, and this is why you're great again. You understand? And that is encouraging. But you know, the other people that think that they're giving you sound advice, but the entire thing is just a critique and something that is just, it's a cascading waterfall into the abyss just to bring you lower and lower and lower. Those people are not, they're jealous of you. That's a form of jealousy. It's like they want to make you feel less confident, less qualified, less validated about whatever. And there's no, like, it's like you're waiting for the but, or I'm saying this to you because, but it's never that. It's just, you're terrible, you're a loser, why would you do that, you're a fucking idiot, how could you da 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 da, and you just, it's like all the time, right? I know I'm speaking to somebody here. Another way that people can hide jealousy really well too is I just cut somebody off for this year. Not for this, but she did this. The excessive flattery. Now I know somebody's gonna be like, well, what the fuck? Like, no. There's like, and I know somebody's gonna look at me like I'm crazy when I'm saying this, but there's a difference between somebody who is actually admiring you and, you know, highlighting your beauty, your accomplishments, or your whatever it is, and, you know, then there's like the anxiety bitch in Inside Out too, if you've seen that. is like they just freestyling like to right, like yeah, oh my god, does she like me, does she like me, does she like me? But it's because they're trying, and people who are doing that, who are like overly, oh my god, you're so pretty, oh my god, you're so pretty, oh my god, I love this, oh my god. And it's like out of nowhere, right? Like you just walk in the room, and before they even really get to say hello, they're just like, hey, oh my god, I love your dress, oh my god. But it's all the time, you know what I mean? Like it's all the time. And it's because those people are actually trying really hard to not show how much they fucking can't stand your ass, you understand? But they're people pleasing, and they want to be accepted into whatever group dynamic or this and this and that. And so it becomes that, even when it's not in a group, because I mean, it's a red flag. I promise you, it's a fucking red flag. Whether you believe it or not, you'll start to notice now if you haven't noticed before. The fake supportive shit, right? I sorry, this is crazy. What is going on? Anyway, like the fake support, the ignoring your accomplishments, the self-sabotage behavior, right? The mean girl syndrome, like the I always use this because this is people's favorite one with me for some reason. The I hate Sam club shit, like, oh, let's all hate Sam. Like everybody come and find a reason. And people are bonding over why they shouldn't fuck with you. But it's like really one motherfucker that had a problem with you. Nobody else ever really had this problem. But this one person has convinced everybody. And, it's like that. It's like they've convinced everybody now that you are public enemy number one. It's kind of like how Scar try to play Simba as the killer of his father. You know what I mean? Like, he tried to get everybody to feel like, oh, it was him. And people were like, what? I mean, granted, there was some flags, but overall, it was that. Like, he even convinced Simba to say, yeah, I think I did. Because that's what starts to happen too. If enough people now are recruited to see you as the enemy, now you start doing self-reflection like, well, damn, maybe I am a little fucking, it must be me, right? And I've had to do that. And it's okay to do that. It's okay to, sort of dissect your shadow self and say, oh, maybe I don't really like this part of me, or people have this problem with me, or such and such and such. So how can I fix that? Or how can I live in my truth in a way that they can't shame me for it, right? Depends on which side of the spectrum it is. But somebody is like, there are people close to you at this time, and they're jealous. They're hating. I don't know, we're gonna find out why, I guess. But somebody's a fucking hater, okay? And it's not just romantic for everyone. Yeah, because you're the light. You're the light. I'm gonna be talking to fire signs specifically because the two first cards to come out were fire in action, right? So Leo, Aries, Sag. It says fire, ace, beginnings, Jupiter, action, and courage. Jupiter, I think, is Sag energy as well. So it could be specifically a Sag or any fire sign. Yeah, somebody is jealous of how you've grown. Interesting. It's almost like something in you, and that makes sense. Unfortunately, sometimes when we accomplish something that is so great or so rare, inspiration, it doesn't land on everybody. Everybody doesn't see it as inspiration. Everybody is not excited or inspired. Everybody's not happy for you. That's another form of jealousy. People will ignore your accomplishments or downplay your accomplishments like it wasn't that big of a deal, except it was. It was a big deal. And it confuses this person, and they, Neptune and illusions is Pisces energy, but it's It's like confusing this person that you have gotten to the place that you've gotten. You know, whatever it is that you've accomplished. I think with a lot of people, it's self. Something about you specifically has transformed. And you've obviously done the work to receive this like reward, you know. You've done a lot to become this new version of yourself or reach this new accolade or whatever it is, and it's really upsetting somebody. Except it's like it's funny because right, this new version of yourself, ego and pride, and there's higher self. The thing is, I think that you and whoever I'm talking about are just as accomplished. Something about this person, I feel like, is not, I don't think this person is like a bum. Or, you know, I don't think that this is somebody who hasn't accomplished things or has great things. I think they're just upset that you're there now too, or you've done it better, or you've hit another bracket, you know? And they don't like that you got there in a way that was very either unconventional or just different from how they got there. For some of you, it was the same path, ideally, but this person maybe feels like they worked harder. You know, it's that I'm telling you, the joke is it's so envious. It's just like, you know, it's the why her, not me attitude. You know, why does he get this and this and this and this, and I gotta fight extra hard and work out extra hard or whatever it is? You know, it's like some people, you know, are just, everybody's born with their own shit, you know, their own skill, their own karma, their own gifts. So it's like, you know, some people have to go to the gym every day and work out really hard to stay lean and fit, and other people can sleep and do nothing and eat chips and drink soda and they won't gain a fucking ounce. You understand? It just is what it is. Like, you know, and when I was a little girl, I was jealous of all the little skinny bitches. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, but then I learned to just live in my skin and love my skin for what it was. And do I want to be healthy? Sure. So I do eat better and, you know, not counting today with the sweet tea, but I eat better and I exercise and I do what I have to do to stay healthy. But I'm never going to be a size 2, ever. Because I'm not going to do the BBL shit, and it's not my swag. You know what I mean? No shade to whoever does. It's not my swag. It's not my aesthetic. So this is just kind of what it's going to be. This is really, I might lose another 20 pounds or so, and that's it. Sis is built thick. She's built like a thick madame. So I'm never going to be, you know, the size 0 to 4 girl. And that's okay. Those girls are still beautiful. And I'm at a size 4, and I'm still beautiful as a size 9. You know what I'm trying to say? So fuck it. But there's somebody here who is really just pissed off at how you've reached a certain level, and they've watched this. And you guys could be in this could be in the workplace. I'm getting this could be a romantic thing, but I'm getting less romance with this, and more so it's like a friend group, more, or like a group of colleagues, people in the workplace. Excuse me. And it's like, despite this person's best efforts, they were rejected. They weren't picked for the job. They weren't picked for the position. They weren't noticed above you. And it's really upsetting them. Okay, this can be as simple as somebody, and I hate to say this, but this could be a family dynamic where like a parent is jealous of their child. Okay, this can be somebody very close, a mother, a father, a brother, a sister. But I'm almost getting it like, you know, there's like an elder or something here, somebody with more age that really is pressed when they look at you because you have accomplished something that they couldn't. And for a lot of you, you've done it in less time or with less effort, or at least that's how it seems, because nobody knows how much work you really put in. You know what I mean? They're not with you all the time. But To them, it was effortless. To them, you got pretty privilege, or, oh, it's because, they had this inheritance or whatever. I don't know how it is, but they see it as you've changed for the better. And it seems as though they have wanted this type of change for themselves, this type of attention for themselves, this type of accomplishment for themselves. And instead it went to you. And you did it in a way that they didn't see coming. They didn't expect. I feel like for some of you, even this person might have told you that you might have shared what you wanted to do or how you were going to do it. Even in an argument, I'm hearing. Like, it's like somebody telling you, like, I'm just going to use this as an example. It's like somebody fat shaming you. Like, oh, you fat bitch. You always going to look like that. You this, and that. You sloppy. Niggas don't want you. And then you don't see this nigga for a year. And then when you see him, you're fab. Like that. Very bad. And it's like, they're like, their jaw hits because it's like, now they're eating their words. You know what I mean? And to really add flavor to it and whipped cream on the sundae with the little cherry, this person could have become exactly what they accused you of or what they said they'd never be. I wrote that the other day. I posted that the other day. I didn't write it. I was reposting. I look at a lot of inspirational shit online because a lot of the shit online is just smut and garbage and trash and fake news and podcasts, and they're weird. People are weird now to me. But it was a repost that said, I stay humble because I've watched people become what they laughed at. And somebody could be going through that right now. Like, now I think about it, because that was like 2 days ago. So the theme has been, like, Spirit has been bringing me up to this moment to reveal whatever this jealousy is. All right, so what's your advice here? What's your advice? Oh, man, yeah. Some of y'all got to move away from this person. They're not safe, okay? This is not a safe person. Especially if this is about money. Oh, shit. So earlier today, I was watching a movie called Jackpot. It's a stupid movie. I don't even like movies like that. I did not pick it. But the message, I think it's called Jackpot, because, again, I didn't pick it. But the message in the movie is kind of coming out here about money, as if this is about money. So in the movie Jackpot, it was like, I don't know, it's a future. It was like in 2030, which is not far from now, but it takes place in the future. John Cena's in this movie, and I forget the Asian woman's name. And it has like a comedy. It's like funny. But it's like people are winning the lotto, and they're winning like billions and billions of dollars, but they're like purging. It's like lotto with a purge swag, where basically anybody who wins the lotto, you can legally kill them to take their winnings, but you can't use a gun. So you have to like find other ways to try and kill whoever it is. So let's say I win the lotto, I have the jackpot on me. Everybody in the fucking city gets a picture of me that says I just won. So now I'm a target, and everybody is trying to kill me, because the idea of this game is that you can kill the person who won, take their winnings, and if you can cash out before they kill you, then then you're safe. So, whoa. And I literally, I didn't even finish watching it, because I'm gonna be wholehearted, it was not my type of movie, but I watched it long enough to know that. So if this is about money with you guys, if you've come into money, if people know that you've come into money, or you have something saved, or you inherited something, or whatever, you've got a lawsuit, I would get the fuck away from anybody who knows too much about that. All right, that's number one. That's a message for somebody. But in addition to that, if it's not about money, if it's about anything else, nonetheless, get away from this person and get away from these people. Yeah, look at this. I can't make it up. The 9 of Knives, the 6 of Knives, which is like the 6 of Swords, and the free man fool. Goodbye. New life, new chapter, start all over, new beginnings. You don't need to be around this person or these people. Yup, big Empress, the World, Ace of Wands. All right, the advice is very clear. You're not meant to be around these people. You need a new community. You need like-minded people. You need to get around people who are like you. And I know that sometimes sounds like kind of grandiose and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because it's like, oh, now you too good to be with niggas, la 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 la. But you gotta know, you have to just know your surroundings, right? It's like, some people can, right? Like, some people can get away with still walking the hood after they're famous, and others can't because they know the caliber of people where they're from. You know, everybody is not going to be okay with that much success. Everybody's not going to applaud you. Everybody's not going to be excited for you or even put you in a safe situation. I'm back to that woman now. I wish y'all would give me her name. You know, they took that girl's life out there. She thought she was going on a trip with her fucking friends. And clearly, none of these bitches were her friends. We saw the video. The evidence is clear. These bitches was not her friends. They didn't give a damn about this baby. It's crazy. It's crazy. So, you know, get from around motherfuckers, because something in your life has changed or is changing. It's developing. It's like higher activation. And it's bringing a really dark, nasty shadow out of the people around you. All right, I'm going to start seeing I'm finna go. Woo. And you'll know it too, because like my own advice, it's like when you're around people that make you feel like you have to hide. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you can't be your authentic self. You walking on eggshells. You waiting for the other shoe to drop. You're just uneasy, or you feel like you're in a room and people are draining your energy. It's not all the time that someone else is draining your energy. It's you're draining your energy, because it costs you more to have to fake it. You understand? It costs you more to have to mask your authenticity in front of somebody, because you're trying not to outshine niggas because they can't feel comfortable in their own skin. You know what I mean? So you got to get up out of that. You got to get out of there. You have to. Jesus. You know, I love when they do that. You're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness and face your true north. This woman is facing her true north, and guess what? She's by her fucking self, okay? Get from around these people. Some of y'all are around more, like, for me to say these people, and then remember that party card came out. It's a group. It's not one person. This is the I Hate You Club. I hate the Crown Priestess Collective. I hate them motherfuckers. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Please protect yourselves and get from around these people, and you will find, all right, when you do your true north shit, God is going to lead you right to where you need to be, because that is what he intends. All right. I don't know whose Christian church I was at today with that proverb and all this Cain and Abel. But all right, y'all. Love, light, and abundance.